Good morning, my dear boys, my dear parents, teachers, the past peoples, and the well-wishers. This morning we have gathered here to celebrate the Independence Day of our country. Yes, we are all at home, we cannot go out to celebrate, and the students cannot come to school to celebrate the Independence Day the way we do it every year. But we can always celebrate it in spirit. We may stay wherever we are, we can be stuck up in different places at difficult situations. But when we have the spirit of the independence, the patriotic feelings, we are always in spirit with the country. And today, we have been drawn to such situation when you cannot go in public in celebrating the Independence Day, but we can very well celebrate staying wherever we are in our spirit and mind. Today in Don Bosco, we are happy to celebrate together with you the Independence Day. We ask all of you to join us in flag hoisting ceremony and the prize distribution ceremony. This year, because of the pandemic, we could not have the prize distribution ceremony. So we thought it opportune to have it on this day. So immediately after the flag hoisting ceremony, we shall be having the prize distribution ceremony for this year. May I request Father Rector to come and hoist the flag. And I ask all the students, all those who are watching this, to please stand up and be respectful to our national flag. Salute. Let's all stand for the national anthem.
Jana Gana Mana Adhinayak Jaya He Bharat Bhagya Vidhata Punjab Sindh Gujarat Maratha Dravida Utkala Vanga Vindhya Himachala Yamuna Ganga चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे.
May I ask Father Rector to give the Independence Day speech.
August 15th, Indian Independence Day. This year, 2020, we are celebrating Independence Day in a very peculiar way, as never before in our whole life. Under the COVID and lockdown conditions, the celebrations may be very limited, but there is no limit to the number of questions and reflections that fill our minds. The first thought of independence is freedom, and that too mainly freedom from political dominion and foreign rule and control. But is that all? Our great poets and patriots sang, "Where the mind is free and the head is held high, into that heaven of freedom let my country awake." So, freedom, first and foremost, is the satisfaction of the mind, and there are many factors contributing to it. A calm mind with a feeling of safety and security, a calm, serene, satisfied mind having the basic necessities and essentials worthy of human life, where all enjoy basic human rights, education, justice, rights of communication and expression, irrespective of class, caste, creed, and other dividing factors. India is rich in its diversity, rich in natural resources, rich in human resources, rich in culture. A country of immense wealth, and yet daily we hear about the misery and suffering of the poor and less privileged of our society. So, the basic question we should answer is, do we have these essential factors and do we enjoy these ourselves? Do our relatives have it? What about our neighbors, our countrymen, and humanity at large? Humanness, goodness, love, peace, and harmony. Unless we achieve these, there's no chance for true independence and freedom. Does military power or armaments and weapons guarantee our independence and freedom? Do the numerous small, less powerful, and less developed countries feel safe and secure without big military power and armaments? If not, then what about the role of the UNO and other such international organizations? Why is the world divided into countries and nations? The main guiding principle should be for efficiency in ruling and governing for the welfare and development of the people. There are countries divided with boundaries and without no man's land. The boundary cuts through parks, playgrounds, houses, etc. The people on the boundary have the option to choose the country for their citizenship. They too live in peace and harmony. So, from where does this harmony come? The answer is that true harmony comes from the human feeling of brotherhood based on love and goodness. So, be good to all and do good to all. Wish you all the best.
Now, may I invite the newly elected school prefect, Dylan Hokip, to give the Independence Day speech.
Good morning to everyone viewing this. This is Dylan Hokip, school prefect of Don Bosco Circus. With the current situation of our world undergoing a global pandemic, I agree that these are indeed tough times for everybody and deeply sympathize with those who have lost their near and dear ones, as well as those who are in critical condition. While we continue to abide by the government's rules of staying at home and maintaining social distance at all times, we mustn't let it stop us from continuing forward with our day-to-day activities. Hence, from the month of April, our school has shifted to the virtual world of education and efficiently continued the syllabi through the medium of online classes for the scholastic year 2020-21. And with this shift to what is now being called the new normal, it is my privilege to welcome you all to our very first online Independence Day program. 15th August is a special day for all of us Indians, for it is today, 74 years ago, that India had finally, rightfully gained her freedom from the overseas emperors. Ever since her independence, it has become a custom for India's Prime Minister to raise the Indian national flag above the Lahori Gate of the Red Fort and make an address nationwide. This activity is practiced throughout the country by everyone on this special day. Ever since her independence, India has progressed massively and has reached new limits and still keeps reaching new limits. From ISRO sending successful missions to space, to building the highest statue in the world in Gujarat, to granting LGBTQ community rights, to being the highest contributor of military services to the UN peacekeeping and peace building, to securing high ranks in the world such as the CEO of Google and the sixth richest man in the world. This and many more achievements in the fields of sports, medicine, and education. Though we may be leading in various fields in the world, we still haven't progressed much when it comes to our own country and have failed to reach standards. India still remains the largest home to poverty, burglary, and sexual assault. There are still many practices prevalent of child labor and dowry. Communal rights are on an increase. There is discrimination based on caste, religion, and race. My fellow Indians, in the words of our freedom fighter and first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru, I quote, "Freedom brings responsibilities and burdens, and we have to face them in the spirit of free and disciplined people." Therefore, as we commemorate the 74th anniversary of our country's independence, I urge you all to come together as brothers and sisters and carry out our responsibilities which we have as Indians and make our country a better nation. I wish you all a very happy Independence Day. Jai Hind.
I'm happy to introduce two of our new Salesians who have joined us this year. Father Anthony, the administrator, we wish him all the best and many years of stay at Don Bosco Park Circus. We also have one more father in the place of Father Francis Hira Gomes. Father Francis Hira will be the vice principal of our school. We wish both the fathers a happy and long stay at Don Bosco Park Circus. Now may I invite Father Anthony to say a few words.
Principal Father Bikash for inviting me to say these few words. Respected Father Rector, all the staff members, students, teachers, past pupils, and all associated with Don Bosco Park Circus. On this auspicious day, I am really happy to come and speak to you and meet all of you, even though in a distant manner. We are all here because of Don Bosco. The uniting factor is Don Bosco. In these tough times that we are going through, we need to have a lot of hope. Robert Schuller, in his book, he says, tough times do not last, but tough people do. We need to take a hint from that. The tough times that we are going through will not last. This pandemic situation that is in the world, that will go away sometime, or we will learn to adjust to live with it. Who will be the ones who will live with it? The tough people, the people who are determined to live a good life, a better life. Here in Don Bosco, we all know that we give a wholesome education. Christopher Morley, a great American journalist, playwright, poet, he says there are 3 ingredients to good living. The first one is learning. Second one is earning. And the third one is accomplishing. These three things help us to live a good life. Accomplishing, he puts it in terms as earning. So learning, earning, and yearning. And when we yearn, that is hope for a better future, we definitely learn to live a good life. I wish every one of you to live a good and positive life in spite of the tough times that we are going through, and the Lord will be with us. And Don Bosco has taught us to live a good life, and let us keep that always in mind. Thank you to everyone.
This year, I'm really proud to announce that once again, our boys of ICSC and ISC 2020 have done an excellent result. This year, the ICSC batch, class 10 batch, they have secured the highest school average percentage ever, that is 90% plus. And ISC students have secured the school average as to 87%. Yet again, our boys have proved that they have been really doing well in their studies, in their academics. We really appreciate, congratulate all these boys who have topped the school once again. And to this context, I really appreciate our teachers, our parents, the Salesian community, who constantly encourage our students to do better results. Thank you, dear parents, dear teachers, and the fathers who have constantly supported our boys for having a good result this year. Here are the boys who topped the ISC class 12 2020 examination. Then follows the ICSC students who topped our school. Thank you, dear boys, for once again making us so proud. Now I present before you the school council. We have elected Dylan Hawkip as the prefect of the school. He was already the vice prefect last year. He has been a very good leader all his life, so we have rightly chosen him as the prefect of the school for 2020-21. And the vice prefect is Aditya Mandal, who was in class 10 last year and has been studying in class 11 and is a very good, very dedicated, hardworking student. We congratulate both these boys and we promise them that we will all support them, and we also expect from them a better leadership in the year to come. And finally, we have the meritorious students list and all the students who have 100% attendance in the school in the last academic year. Here is the list of students starting from class 1. First slides will be of the meritorious students with their percentage of each section, and then the second slide will be the students who have attained full attendance in the last academic year. sincerely appreciate the efforts made by parents for the good academic performance of our students and also their full attendance. I know there are many of you who make it sure that your children come to school at a regular basis, and they are not only coming to school in time but much ahead of time. This shows your love and the child's love for the school. We appreciate your effort, dear parents. We have come to the end of this little program. Thank you, dear parents, dear students, dear teachers and well-wishers for being with us this morning. We have indeed showed our patriotism through this small little way of showing our love for the country. I once again thank all of you for being with us with Don Bosco in spirit this morning. Thank you, dear parents. Jai Hind.
Don Bosco